Well, my name is Amy Peterson, and I was adopted when I was 4 months old. I went to a foster home for the first 4 months back in South Dakota in the 70s. And so back then there wasn't formal open adoption. It was more of a closed adoption. And my adoptive parents really practiced openness in how they raised me. All the way from the time I was probably about 5 years old, they started to mention the word adoption and tell me I was adopted, and just kind of got that word out there. Started just in the real simple ways that I could understand that I wasn't born in my mom's stomach, but I had a birth mom. And they continued to be open and honest with me throughout the time that I was growing up, and just kept using the word adoption and helping me to feel comfortable. I think everybody who's adopted is different and unique, and there's no story that's the same. But for me, I grew up just really wanting to know and meet especially my birth mother. There was just always like this little piece of the puzzle that was missing. It was something always kind of in the back of my head. I remember, going to the grocery store and wondering, could that be her? I wonder if that might look like her, or thinking what their names would be, and just a real subtle curiosity. And then, we did meet when I was 20 at the time, and we met, and was very, very blessed that it worked out. I was able to get those things, to see her, to see those mannerisms, to learn more about the family history, medical, and even just different traits that are the same. So for me, that was, I guess it was a drive to just learn more about myself, understand my identity, and just kind of feeling whole. And since then, I've met the rest of her family, and more recently have met my birth father as well. And have for me, the whole experience has been one of just kind of finding the missing pieces. I wasn't trying to replace my parents, had a great relationship with my parents, just needed to know more about who I was, and I was very blessed that it worked out. I was raised with a very healthy perspective of my birth mother. I was raised and told that she was just, a loving person who couldn't take care of me, and that made sense to me. My parents kind of nurtured that kind of seed of a positive story in me, and that was that really helped me to not feel any resentment. It was more just a curiosity and wanting to understand, but there wasn't any resentment. In terms of birth parents perceiving that maybe adopted parents wouldn't be able to love an adopted child the same as a birth child, in my experience, that certainly wasn't the case at all. I never felt that way from my adoptive parents. I think their love and their ability to attach to me and my brother, who was also adopted, was very strong, and I never felt, any different from family members who, cousins who had biological parents.